If you're in HR, you know that attracting top talent is a constant battle. But what if I told you there's a new player on the field, one that can make or break your recruiting efforts without you even knowing it? That's right, we're talking about artificial intelligence. Today, we're going to get into a super practical guide on how to manage what AI is telling the world about your company. All right, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about this brand new recruiting threat. Then we'll get into how AI is actually defining you. We're going to spend a good amount of time on the most important piece, strategy one, mastering your reviews. After that, we'll quickly run through the rest of the playbook, and we'll finish up with the big choice that every company is facing right now. So, let's kick things off with a story that's probably going to sound painfully familiar. We've all been here. You've finally found that perfect candidate, the needle in the haystack for a really tough role. Everything went perfectly. The interviews were amazing, the team is already excited, and you're literally about to hit send on the offer. You're thinking, yes, we got him. And then this email lands in your inbox. It's just a total gut punch, right? You're left scratching your head. So you ask for feedback, and you find out the candidate just asked ChatGPT what it's like to work at your company. And the answer it gave wasn't exactly glowing. Think about that. They didn't call a friend who works there. They didn't even go to your beautiful careers page. They went straight to an AI for what they felt was the real, unbiased truth. And just like that, you lost a start candidate. This is the new world we're in. So to fight this, we have to understand what's actually going on under the hood. This isn't just random bad luck. It's all about how these new answer engines like ChatGPT work and how they're completely changing the game for employer branding. And that leads us to this brand new concept you need to know, answer engine optimization, or AEO. The easiest way to think about it is like SEO, but for your company's reputation. It's all about proactively making sure the story about you online is consistent, positive, and super clear, so the AI tells the story you actually want it to tell. So how does the AI figure this stuff out? Well, it's basically a giant pattern-finding machine. It gobbles up everything it can find about you online and then pieces together an answer based on a few simple rules. What information shows up the most? What are the most trusted websites saying? What themes get repeated over and over? And is the story consistent? If you have gaps or contradictions, the AI will just fill in the blanks itself, and that's usually where the trouble starts. So, how do we give the AI a strong, positive story to work with? Well, it all starts right here with strategy number one. You have to master your public employee reviews. This is, without a doubt, the foundation of your reputation in the eyes of an AI. It sees reviews as a direct pulse check on the health of your culture. And this right here shows exactly why this is so critical. If you're not actively managing this, you're looking at maybe 0.5% to 3% of your employees ever leaving a review. Now ask yourself, who's the most motivated to go leave a review without being asked? It's usually someone who had a bad experience. So you're letting a tiny and likely skewed minority of people define your entire company culture to the world. That's a huge risk. Okay, so what do you do about it? You have to get proactive. First, diversify. Don't just put all your eggs in the Glassdoor basket. Ask for reviews on Indeed, Comparably, wherever makes sense for you. AI loves seeing the same good story in multiple places. Second, ask consistently. Fresh, recent reviews have way more impact. A great idea is to also have private internal feedback channels. That way, you can catch and fix problems before they end up as a public complaint. And of course, when you get those awesome reviews, don't just let them sit there. Turn them into marketing gold. How you respond is also sending a huge signal. The best practice here is to publicly reply to all of your negative reviews. It shows you're listening and you take feedback seriously. Then, make sure to reply to a good selection of the positive ones too, to show you appreciate the good feedback. This tells both people and algorithms that you're an employer that genuinely cares. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a lot of work, and it can be, which is why specialized platforms like Mobrium exist. They can help automate this whole process, making sure you're consistently getting that fresh, authentic feedback that's so important for proving to an AI that your great culture is happening right now. So, employee reviews are the absolute cornerstone, but you can't build a house with just a cornerstone. So let's run through the rest of the playbook and see how all the pieces fit together to build a rock-solid AI reputation. Okay, so the full playbook adds 4 more layers on top of that review foundation. We're going to talk about customer reviews, then optimizing your own website's authority, then building out a credible footprint across the web, and finally, we'll touch on those technical signals that build trust. Strategy 2 is all about customer reviews. You might be thinking, hey, that's a marketing problem, but AI doesn't see it that way. It sees happy customers as a sign of a healthy, well-run company. If your customers are unhappy, it assumes your employees probably are too. The playbook here is basically the same. Get reviews on different sites, ask all the time, and reply to everyone. Number 3 is your home turf, your own website. You need to treat it as the ultimate source of truth. For you in HR, this means your careers page is your most powerful weapon. You need to pack it with rich, detailed information about your culture, your values, your benefits, all the good stuff. This is you literally spoon-feeding the AI the exact narrative you want it to repeat. All right, strategy 4 is about proving you're legit through third-party validation. It's one thing for you to say you're great, it's another thing for everyone else to say it. Things like Best Place to Work awards are pure gold here. So are articles featuring your leaders, press releases about milestones, and just having really solid, up-to-date profiles on sites like LinkedIn. It all adds up to credibility in the AI's eyes. And last but not least, the techie stuff. Now, you don't need to be an expert here, but you should know that if your company's website is slow, insecure, or has a bunch of broken links, it sends a massive, untrustworthy signal to the AI. It can indirectly hurt your recruiting, so it's definitely something to bring up with your IT or web team. So when you put this all together, it really just boils down to a simple choice. In this new world, you can either get in the driver's seat, or you can just hope for the best. And let's be really, really clear here. Doing nothing isn't a neutral position. It is an active choice to let an algorithm that's just scraping random, maybe outdated, maybe biased bits of information from across the web, be the one to tell your company's story to your next amazing hire. Which brings us to the one question you have to ask yourself. As more and more people, candidates, customers, everyone, start turning to AI for the real story, can your business really afford to leave its reputation to chance?